Hi, and welcome to an episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter, where it's Crossbow Forum Thursday. The reason I'm doing it on Thursday, Mondays and Thursdays, is because of the weather outside. It's cold. Simple fact, it's cold here, and I really don't want to go out into the cold, to be honest with you. So as my engineer sits here and eats in our faces, remember, hit that subscribe button down below, hit the thumbs up, hit all notifications, share and subscribe and all that kind of, share and comment and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so what is the question of the day? I have a problem sighting in my crossbow. That could be a problem. So let's hop over here and see what the question of the day is. Okay, I need help from Justin Myers. If I pronounce your name wrong, I do apologize. Again, I need help. I have an issue with pattern consistency. I can sight my bow in at 30 yards with broadheads. 2 days later, it's 10 to 12 inches off. I resight back to 30, and the next day it's off again. I'm practicing a controlled environment with no wind. I'm assuming that you're indoors. And I have a 10-point Technologies Wicked Ridge. Okay, 10-point Wicked Ridge. Okay, let me ask you this question. What model do you have? Okay, so Justin, if you're watching, let me know what model you have here. There are a few good answers here. I'm not going to sit here and read through all of them because it'll take forever and a day to do it. So we will address some of your could be some of your issues. So let's dive into that and see what we got. So let's go ahead back. Try that again. Tongue twister. Head back over here to my other screen. And okay, here it could be a problem. Your limbs. They could be cracked. They could be broken. Minute crack that could be causing your issues. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So you might want to take a good look at that. If you don't see anything, try going back to your I am totally tongue-tied for words. I do apologize. So you might want to go to your pro shop and have them take a look at your limbs and see if they can find cracks in any of your limbs. Let's see here. Let's go back over here and let's talk a little bit about a scope. Now I'm not picking on any particular scope. I just pulled this one up. So let's make sure that your mount to your crossbow is nice, secure, and tight. Okay, and make sure that your rings are nice, secure, and tight. Okay, so you want to make sure that those two things are good. And another thing you might want to check is the level of your scope. Okay, you might want to check that level. Make sure it's completely 100% level. Oh, what's going on here? So you might want to check that. So there's two things there to check. Let's go. And it's here. I mean, here's just another picture of a cracked limb that you can look. But nothing. While we're here, let's take a look at your timing. Okay, you want to make sure your timing is perfect. Okay. because you can sight it in and bump it or whatever, whatever happens. But check your timing. And make sure that is in good shape. Another thing you want to check is your strings. Okay. I know this is a bad picture here. Let me see if I can. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Okay. Let's go back here. So you could have your strings. How old are your strings? Okay. Could that be a problem? Okay. Could you have a string that's really frayed? Say down in your cambers here, that you can't really see. Check your whole string. Make sure there's no frays in it or anything like that. So that could be an issue. I mean, that's always can be a problem of having frayed strings. You try, taking a look at those. I mean, there's so many things. Yeah, he's having fun today. He's out of school. That could happen. Okay. So you want to check your strings. You want to check your timing. You want to check your scope. Check your limbs. Okay. One way to check your limbs to make sure that you don't have any, they take a cotton ball and run it over your strings to make sure, over your limbs. Let me repeat that, over your limbs. To make sure that those are in, if you see your cotton ball coming off on your limb, you may have a cracked limb. So, I mean, there's just a lot, few things that you can go wrong. But if it's something that there's obviously something with an issue somewhere in your system. If you're not sure how to check all that stuff, take it to your local bow shop and have them take a look at it for you. They're pretty good at determining issues. But it's just a matter of you're getting frustrated on what the problem could be. And I totally understand it. I totally get it. Okay. So, take your time checking everything out. But my guess, that's going to take a wild guess. It could be your limb, you got a crack in your limb. Okay. That is my guess. My second guess would be your timing, checking your timing. Okay. Those two things right there. And unless you know how to check timing, again, that'd be something I would take into my bow shop. Okay. They know a lot more about timing and fixing timing. It's not that hard, but fixing timing could be before something to be taken care of. If all else fails, your limbs are good, your timing is good. Your limbs are good, your timing is good, your strings are good. Okay. Then I would work on the scope. Okay. I'd make the scope, because the scope is probably going to be the most expensive thing to take to replace if you need to, depending on the scope that you have. Okay. Again, if it's a variable speed scope, you may have it set on the wrong speed. I mean, that can happen, or it got bumped or something like that. Okay. But that would be the last thing I would check. I wouldn't necessarily jump into saying it's the scope. So I would check the timing, the strings, and everything, the limbs, before I've spent too much money investing it into another scope. Because it won't, like I said, a bow shop, they can figure that stuff out pretty doggone quick. Alrighty. So, with that said, I hope that answers your question. So remember, family first. Take care of your family. By all means, get out there and hunt. And remember, these episodes are dedicated to my son. Thank you again, and have a great day.